South China Morning Post, 1st of April 2023, China plans 33 locations for frequent spying research ship visits in the Pacific, Indian, South China, and Pacific Oceans. For the first time, Beijing has stated the unique places that Chinese ocean research spy vessels would regularly visit to gather information, including waterways near U.S. Pacific bases and disputed South China Sea islands. The National Natural Science Foundation of China, NSFC, a significant government research funder, announced that the 33 areas, or reference sections, cover a wide range of regional waterways, from the Taiwan Strait and the South China Sea to the Western Pacific and Eastern Indian Oceans. According to the latest information from the Chinese Ministry of Science and Technology, which oversees the NSFC, China has one of the world's largest ocean surveying spy fleets, with more than 60 ships in service in 2017. However, the survey paths taken by these ships have frequently been opaque and have changed from mission to mission. Uncertainties in survey sections and stations in different years and seasons are not conducive to obtaining samples and information that reflect long-term changes in critical ocean processes in key sea areas, claims Leng Sheng, director of the NSFC's Earth Science Division. In an essay last week in the Chinese-language journal Oceanologia et Limnologia Sinica, Leng stated that establishing fixed sections for ocean research has become an inevitable choice. According to lead author Leng and her co-workers, most of the periodic surveys will be conducted in China's offshore waters, including the Taiwan Strait, in preparation for the invasion of Taiwan. Up to 5 active invasion routes in the congested, shallow channel separate Taiwan from mainland China. According to the NSFC researchers, the shallow waters required long-term observational data because human activity significantly impacted their delicate ecological system. 8 overlapping parts will almost entirely encompass the South China Sea, including areas where Beijing is embroiled in territorial conflicts with its Southeast Asian neighbors. While one passes through a deep valley between Taiwan and the Philippines, a crucial passage for Chinese submarines to get out of the first island chain, 6 planned survey sites in the western Pacific Ocean are close to military outposts of the United States and its allies. To curb competitor power China's rapidly expanding influence in the Pacific, the U.S. has established a network of military sites around Guam and other islands in that region. To stop China's westward advance, several American think tanks and politicians have recently suggested creating new U.S. island chains in the Indian Ocean. According to the NSFC Post, which published the list of study sites, 2 Chinese Marines reference sections will involve monitoring the eastern half of the Indian Ocean. However, whether this is a countermeasure is unclear. Based on prior surveys in China's offshore seas may be conducted regularly as monthly. It is unknown how frequently high seas surveys are conducted. Leng and her co-authors found that China's routine maritime surveys are far less thorough than some of its neighbors. Major U.S. allies like Japan and South Korea, for example, have kept a close eye on the Western Pacific for decades and gathered a ton of helpful information in regions that overlap with the Chinese parts. As in the Philippines, both nations are home to U.S. military installations. The report stated that despite the rivalry, China invited foreign experts to participate in routine surveys and research issues of global interest, like climate change. They promised that we will strengthen international collaboration in significant spying projects headed by Chinese scientists and mention the possibility of adding more reference sections.